What's going on? Ellis in the building, and I represent Sensory Overload. And today, I have 5 fragrances for you from the House of Dua that's going to be perfect for the warm/hot weather, okay? I have 2 hybrids, 2 original fragrances, and 1 inspiration or clone, we could say, all right? So, it's going to be a solid lineup. Some that you may have never heard, may have never got your nose on. I do recommend, check it out if you have the opportunity, okay? So, the first one is going to be inspired by Jean-Paul Gaultier, Le Beau Paradise Garden. This right here is called Error 429 Garden Tales. Error 429 Garden Tales. You have coconut water, green fig, ginger, mint, tonka bean, and sandalwood. This right here is going to be a nice, green, woody, aquatic fragrance, all right? The aquatic notes hit you off the top. You can smell that coconut water vibe. Nice, green, aquatic, smooth fragrance. This one is actually a compliment getting fragrance as well, all right? I do think that the mint is there. It's playing the background. This isn't a super minty fragrance, okay? The sandalwood will present itself once it gets more, to that base level. The opening is just that nice aquatic component. Really good fragrance. Mass appealing. And Jean-Paul Gaultier, let's keep it real. He rarely misses. He has some bangers, you know what I mean? I've been following his brand since I've been in high school when Le Mans came out, all right? I don't know if I'm aging myself. I guess the gray hairs may be doing that for me. But when Le Mans came out, that fragrance had a lot of people in a chokehold, all right? Including myself. So I've always been a fan of the products that he produces. And this right here is another one where it's compliment getting, you know what I'm saying? And it just is a nice attention-grabbing fragrance that has a uniqueness to it. Definitely good for just going out running errands. I think you could actually go out with this one and go clubbing, you know what I'm saying? Like them beach parties, you know what I'm saying? Or if you, like when I used to go to Dewey Beach in Delaware or go to Ocean City in Maryland, this is something that I would wear for those nights, you know what I mean? I think this would complement that type of environment as well. Definitely good for the office. You may be able to pull this off on a nice, date as well, okay? This isn't gonna be my go-to date night vibe fragrances. That's something where I'll go a whole different route with. But for the summertime, I think this will work. You feel me? I think this will work for a summertime date night. So, inspired by Jean-Paul Gaultier, Le Beau Paradise Garden, what I have for you is Error 429 Garden Tales. On to the next. Number 2. So number 2 is going to be an original fragrance, okay? And this one I like. I'm not gonna front though. It's this Dua is known for either being beast mode or having great longevity. This one struggles with the longevity. You're gonna get lucky a handful of hours with this fragrance, all right? However, this one does smell good and it is perfect for the summer, all right? So I gotta throw this on the list. This is maybe good if you're about to run some errands, you know what I mean? But this fragrance right here is called Caribbean Mojito. Caribbean Mojito. Fresh, juicy Tahitian limes, spearmint leaves, Cuban sugarcane cubes, Caribbean Barbados aged silver rum, geranium and Haitian vetiver. This is considered a fruity, boozy, aromatic fragrance. Off the top, you smell the lime. The lime is juicy, it's very present in the opening. So it's gonna have that nice citrus vibe, okay? It's gonna smell like a mojito because you do get that mint in there. You do smell some of the sweetness of the sugar. And you do kind of, if you just get a regular mojito, no flavor on, right? Just a regular one, and imagine that, the aromatics that come with it, that initial sip. That's what this smells like. You can smell the rum, the bit of the boozy aspect. This is a great interpretation of that drink. Like they made it into a fragrance, and it's actually very wearable. This is a very wearable unisex fragrance, but it's another one where it's vacation in a bottle. Like Caribbean Mojito, like, come on, man. Resort vibes, cruise vibes, even chill in the backyard. You can make a mojito anywhere you want. But I find myself doing that when I'm going on vacation. I tend to enjoy mojitos a bit more than I usually will. This is a good one. Like I said, longevity seems to be the issue, but the smell is pretty charming, all right? It's bright, and really it's addictive. Like you want to keep smelling it, you feel me? If you're gonna get mojitos, just wear this. How about that? You just pair it together like that, you feel me? So, this is an original fragrance from the House of Dua. This right here is Caribbean Mojito. Number 3. So number 3 is one of my newest pickups, all right? However, I've been wearing this every week since I got it. This fragrance is gonna be a hybrid. Bulgari Tiger, all right? That's gonna be your grapefruit, woody fragrance. And then you're gonna have it layered with Creed Virgin Island Water, all right? That's your coconut, that's your more Caribbean-esque vibe that you get with that, okay? So heavy citruses, vacation in the bottle, and this one right here is fire. This is gonna be called Caribbean Leopard. Caribbean Leopard. So, lime, grapefruit zest, mandarin orange, bergamot, coconut water, ginger root, yingling, white musk, sea salt accord, green mango, amberwood, sugar cane cord, tropical woods, tonka bean, and vetiver. Listen, man, this fragrance right here is well done, well blended. It is pretty much Creed Virgin Island Water with a beautiful grapefruit opening, okay? So that grapefruit is gonna hit you right in the face. It's not off-putting. It has luxurious scent profile, okay? You do get the citruses in there, but it's such a solid balance. If you appreciate Creed Virgin Island Water, all right, I think that you will really enjoy this touch because this isn't messing up that profile, it isn't taking it off what you're familiar with. You know what I mean? It's not ruining that. Really, it's enhancing the opening more so. I think the opening is where the impact is. The dry down is that Creed Virgin Island Water vibe. Another one that's vacation in the bottle, but I really just enjoy wearing this. I mean, this is one that you may be able to pull off on a date night. You know what I mean? It's another charming fragrance. Definitely good for the office. Definitely good for just going out, being out and about. You know what I mean? Don't just be stuck inside wearing this. Like, be out and about and let people get a whiff of this sucker because this is a phenomenal hybrid. Definitely one of my favorite pickups lately, and it's grown on like my list of just one of my favorite fragrances to wear. As every time I wear it, I smell good and I feel good. And this is something that I definitely want to put on people's radar that I think is worth having in your collection. So this one's going to be a hybrid of Bulgari Tiger and Creed Virgin Island Water. What I have for you right here is Caribbean Leopard. Definitely get your nose on this one. I think you'll be happy with this purchase. On to the next. Number 4. So number 4 is going to be another original fragrance. And this one's going to be called Flagship. This is a beautiful citrus fragrance. Flagship. You have neroli, bergamot, mandarin, grapefruit, Amalfi lime, orange blossom, mint, vetiver, white musk, cedar, and ambergris. This right here, what I like about this fragrance is that it's built to withstand the heat. The opening just smells like a concoction of citruses, like various citruses, okay? You can smell the lime, you can smell the grapefruit. And this opening tends to linger for a while. So that like sillage and that scent bubble that you tend to have for a couple of hours with this fragrance is going to smell reminiscent of the opening, very citrus dominant. Very inoffensive, okay? Don't get me wrong, very inoffensive. But this one could be beast mode. This one could really project. That's why I say it's good for the heat. Because if you're out and about at a cookout or something, this could withstand that 80+ degree weather. Also good for the office environment. It's a freshie, so you know what I mean? It's good for that. Good for the gym. And it's good just to start your day and run errands. Like really, this is a good daytime wearing fragrance. I do not get date night vibes or clubbing vibes off this, but daytime wear and being in a professional environment, you could definitely get away with it wearing this, okay? So this is an original from Dua. This is Flagship. It's worth getting your nose on. I'll say that much. If you like a citrus fragrance, it's worth getting your nose on. On to the next. Last but not least. So this is going to be an aromatic fougere fragrance, and it's going to be another hybrid, okay? This hybrid is just really a good freshie. This is a good freshie. So if you're into freshies, check this one out. This is going to consist of Davidoff Cool Water and Versace Pour Homme. All right. We all know Cool Water is legendary status. All right. It's well respected in the fragrance community. We gotta give credit where credit due. And the Versace Pour Homme is a beautiful fragrance as well. But this right here is going to be called His Homage Water. His Homage Water. Lemon, bergamot, neroli, rose de mai, hyacinth, lavender, mint, rosemary, jasmine, cologne, coriander, cedarwood, clary sage, geranium, tonka bean, sandalwood, oak moss, tobacco, ambergris, musk, and amber. You see, it got a little dent in there. You know, I definitely like wearing this fragrance. I'll say this, reading the notes, I don't recall smelling tobacco in this. I don't even get that. This is a good fresh out the shower fragrance. Fresh out the shower, something for the gym. This is like a good, like going to the gym if you're about to play ball, whatever, about to sweat, but you ain't trying to smell musty. This would be good. Good for running errands. Good for the office. Very ideal for office environments because of the freshness and how very inoffensive it is. That's what I like about this. The freshies tend to get compliments. I get compliments with this. To me, I'm not going to sit here and say it's the most sexiest fragrance, you know? It doesn't give me that sexiness like maybe a Creative Ventus will give, but freshies and sweet fragrances tend to garner compliments. And this is something that somebody would be like, yeah, you smell good. Very well put together, very well blended. You can smell the influence of both. It's around the 50-50 vibe. But if you like a good freshie, an aromatic fougere that has some lasting power, not beast mode, but does have a nice scent bubble, nice scent trail, and it's just very welcoming and inoffensive, check out this, His Homage Water, okay? So, I gave you 5 fragrances that I believe is ideal for the heat. You feel me? You definitely don't want to be out here smelling musty. We just went through a heat wave, and I bet you there's going to be another one coming soon. So you got to make sure you smell your best and you stay blessed, all right? I'm going to catch you next time. Y'all take care out there, fellas. Peace, man.